What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Okay, yeah, we're coming back to Skillet. Yes, indeed, Skillet Fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Okay, this is going to require some backstory before I get to the requesters. Okay, so this song from Skillet just came out. And I started hitting up. I started people hitting me up on Patreon and in the comments saying you need to react to this. And I said, well, I'd love to react to it. And I'll be more than happy to add it to the queue. But if you want me to prioritize it, I can't do that, guys. Unless, like, you know, a whole bunch of people, you know, flood me with requests for it. Well, here we are. This is a request from, here we go, Kevin Shin, Apex, Airsoft Repairs, Kelly Strickland, Skillet Lover, Clem VP, Caleb the Walrus, my man, Caleb the Walrus, Rebecca Artman, John C., Ian Franks, Anonymous 1337, Narvin Joshua, Ed Corpse, Arath Ruiz Mendoza, Sean J, gosh, where are we? Okay, Dylan Blurton, Mobile Donut Shop, IMT Cold, Abdiel Rodriguez, Chanigan Skywalker Edits, Yippee Yeo, Skillet Traveler, Dennis Dole, Rowall, Henry King, Jeff Hardy, and Busman. And those are the only ones that I caught. I know there are other people who requested this. I know there are, and I missed them. If I did not call your name, I apologize. But there were a lot of people throwing names at me very quickly, so here we are, bumping it up in the queue, up to the top, because so many people requested it. I did not have a choice. I just said, fine, here it is. And I had a lot of people on Patreon, you know, contribute to this getting bumped up too. So here we go. It is Skillet. It's the latest song from them. It just got released a couple weeks ago. It is a song called Surviving the Game. Now, have I heard the song before? No, it just got released. How could I have possibly heard it before? There's no way.
That's the truth.
So I'm not even going to go into the whole, you know, there's a possibility. There's no possibility. This song just got released a couple weeks ago, and I haven't heard it. So there's no way I could have possibly heard this in passing. So we're not going to worry about that. I was told that this is I wasn't told. From experience, I have a tendency to like the songs from later Skillet, the more recent Skillet than old Skillet. So I like newer Skillet, obviously. So this is the newest song. I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy this. I've had a lot of people in the comments say, you really enjoyed Legendary, so we know you're going to love this song. It's anthemic. And I'm like, well, I do love anthemic songs, so curiosity got the best of me, so here we are. This was posted by Skillet, and now when I put this in the request list, and I put this in the queue, it had just been up for 2 days, and it already had accrued 47,370 views. I have no idea how many views it has now. It's been a few weeks. Probably over 100,000, I'm willing to bet. In any case, it'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey, look, Skillet fans, look, you made this happen, okay? You're the ones that got me to do this. You're the ones that stepped up and said, yeah, we want you to do this, so we're going to put our names in the queue. Okay, fine. You did it, then you better be ready. Get your fingers up. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking right at you. Get your fingers up. You're doing this with me. Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Surviving the Game. Skillet the album Dominion, I guess is the name of the album. Okay, I did a lot of hype there. I put a lot of hype into the buildup for this. This had better pay off. Otherwise, I'm going to be really upset. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
To be more than a conqueror, you have to learn to enjoy the pain. If you want to survive, you can try to defeat me. You don't know it's the pain that'll feed me. And I'm gonna take back what you took before. All the bones that you're breaking, you pretend you're the one that can save me. Now I'm taking it back, it was never yours. Fighting for my focus, give the pain a purpose. Light the fire inside, feel it come alive. Show them what I'm made of. Victories for the brave ones who never bow the knee when it's do or die. One more time, survive in the game. I can be unstoppable, and I walk through hell and I shake the walls. Survive, survive in the game. Living the impossible, I'm a champion indestructible. Survive, 'cause I survive in the game. Unstoppable, and I can be indestructible. I can be unstoppable, and I can be indestructible.
Don't get me wrong. Okay, I like it. I do like it. I am enjoying it. I don't know. Maybe I just bought too much into the hype behind it. A lot of people were hyping this up for me. A lot of people were like, "You're gonna like this just as much as Legendary." I hate to disappoint you. No, I'm not. I'm not enjoying it that much. I am enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I am enjoying it, but not as much as Legendary. It's got some good things going for it. First of all, right off the gun, the minute I heard Jen's voice, I smiled. I did. I tried to hide it too. I tried not to, but I couldn't help it. A smile just came on my face. It's so good to hear her voice. John's vocals on this, they're a little processed. They're going through an effect, obviously. It's not bad. It's not so bad that it's becoming a complete and utter distraction. It's just an addition. It's a little synthy. Like there's a lot of synthetic happening. There's a lot of digital happening here. And that's, I mean, I personally feel like it is being a little overdone. Just a touch. Not to the point where it makes me want to, rip out my in-ear monitors and go, forget this, I don't want to listen to this anymore. But it is a little heavily digital, if you know what I mean. It's a little too much digital. I would have liked it if it was a little more analog, a little more, guitar, bass, and drums driven, as opposed to digital, drums and guitar and keyboard and everything else. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Maybe it'll grow on me. We'll see.
All the liars around me, like the walls of the walls that surround me. In the face of the fear, I keep standing tall. 'Cause I will conquer it. And I'm like a lion. I was born to be demon defiant, and I won't ever let this kingdom fall. Show them what you're made of. Victories for the brave ones. Never bow the knee, 'cause it's do or die. One more time.
I think the high point of this song, honestly, are the vocals. And that's not usually the case for me, but I like the vocal work that's happening, especially in the chorus. The chorus is definitely where the vocal work is showing off the most. Minor, ascending up to the next minor, but resolving down to the major. I dig that. I absolutely dig that. They're harmonizing, the offset harmonizing. They're not actually harmonizing together. But like John will come in with a line, and then Jen will come in after he lays out. She'll come in right where he lays out with her own line, then a harmonized fashion, and then she'll sustain, and then John will come back in again. I dig that. I dig that. That is working for me. Vocally, this is being very well done. The other thing I'm really digging is before they go into the chorus, they have a very short pre-chorus in a halftime feel. I like that. I really like that. I like how they did that. That's very smart. It helps kind of break things up, and it's almost like, okay, take a breath because here we go again. You know what I mean? And that's very cool. I like how they approach that. Let's keep going. Let's finish this out, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good song. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. I feel like you guys may have overhyped it a little bit too much for me, and it didn't quite deliver on all the hype. You know what I mean? That's the danger that comes when you guys hype up a song. There is that chance that you guys could overdo it and overhype it. And I really go in with this high level of expectation, and it doesn't quite meet up. So, yeah. But, I mean, it was still a really good song. I did enjoy it. Let me think about it, and I'll see you guys in the review. We'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Skillet with Surviving the Game. This was requested by a whole bunch of people, including a lot of people that, unfortunately, I was not able to add to the list. But these are the people I do have on the list. We got Kevin Shin, Apec, Airsoft Repairs, Kelly Strickland, Skillet Lover, Clem VP, my man Caleb the Walrus, Rebecca Artman, John C., Ian Franks, Anonymous 1337, Narvin Joshua, Ed Corpse, Arath Ruiz Mendoza, Sean J., Dylan Blurton, Mobile Donut Shop, IMT Cold, Abdiel Rodriguez, Chenikin Skywalker Edits, Yippee Yeo, Skillet Traveler, Dennis Dole, Rawal, Henry King, Jeff Hardy, and Busman. Now, like I said, I know there are other people who mentioned this in the comments. I'm sorry if I didn't get your name on there, guys. I really am. I've been out of town a lot. I've been between weddings and football games. I've been out of town a lot, so I've been trying to keep track of everyone, but unfortunately, I'm not always able to do that. I'm sorry about that, guys. But if I did miss your name, I apologize. I really do. Okay, I do my best. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first of all, let me just get this out of the way. A lot of people were saying you're gonna love this just as much as Legendary. It's just as anthemic as Legendary. It has a lot of the same feel as Legendary. Folks, I hate to tell you this, no it does not. It does not, I'm sorry. For starters, the tempos are totally different. Totally different tempos. Totally different feels for the song. So this sounded nothing like Legendary. So let's just get that out of the way. Was this a bad song? No, not by any stretch. I would not be giving this an 8.7 if I thought this was a bad song, okay? Was it as strong as Legendary? No, it was not. A lot of people were hyping this song up. A lot of people were like trying to hype me up and get me worked up and get me engaged and trying to get me vested and be like, you know, this, you're gonna love this just as much and it has the same anthemic feels. No, it does not. I'm sorry, not to me anyway. But it was a really well-written song, okay? The chordal structure on this, pretty simple, nothing all that complex. The arrangement on this was well done, though. The tones from everything. Okay, this is where I had a little bit of a problem. The guitar tone, the bass tone, even the drums sounded very processed. Now, not so processed to the point where they sounded like it was a drum machine. It didn't sound that bad, but it was going through enough processing that it definitely gave it a digital sound. Now, was that Gen drumming or was this programmed drums? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm leaning toward it was acoustic drums that were just being heavily processed. That's how it sounded to me. Now, I could be wrong about that, and this could all have been programmed, but it didn't feel like it. Same thing with guitar, same thing with bass. It sounded processed, heavily processed, but it still sounded like the actual instruments were being played. So I'm going to roll with my gut on this, and I'm going to take that route, and I'm going to assume that's the case. But having said that, the processing was a little heavy, if I'm being honest. A little. Not to the point where I've heard other songs from them where it was beyond processed. I don't remember the names of the songs, but there have been a couple of songs that I've listened to them by them, and I've done reactions to by them where the processing was over the top, and it was just way too much. This didn't quite get that high. It was getting up there, but not that bad. The vocals on this, I think, is what did it for me more than anything. The vocals on this were very well done, very well arranged. I like, especially in the chorus, where John would come in, and right as he's coming out, Jen would come in, and then right as she was coming out, John would come back in. I like that staggering. I do like the staggered vocals. It did sound good. It wasn't so much harmonies, it was just more staggering than anything else, which, very strategic, very well done, great timing on the placement of it. The other thing I really dug was the pre-chorus. Before the chorus would kick in, there was a little 2-measure pre-chorus, and it was in halftime. It was almost like they were trying to say, okay, take a deep breath because we're about to dive back in. And then they did, very quickly. A very short pre-chorus. And doing it with the halftime feel, I think, is what made it so effective. If they had not done the halftime feel and just done the 2 measures in straight time like they were doing, I don't think it would have worked as well. I really don't. I think the halftime feel is what made that work. So it was really well done. No, look, this was a great song. It's a great song, okay? One of their better songs. I will go that far to say it's one of the better songs I've heard from them. It's Later Skillet, and I have a tendency to lean more toward Later Skillet. Would I go as far as to say this was the best song from them? No, absolutely not. That still goes to Legendary. I dig that song, man. I still do. Will I go as far as to say this is one of their best songs? I don't know if I would go that far either. But I will say this is definitely one of the better songs I've heard from them, without question. So that's why it's getting the 8.7. So there you go, folks. 8.7. Final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.